Hey everyone, it's Ben, and today we're going to take a look at a flashlight that is not only one of the most advanced, but also one of the brightest that we've reviewed on the channel. We're going to take a look at the all-new Olight X7R Marauder, coming up right now on Living Survival. Ever since I saw the prototype at SHOT Show, I've been waiting to get my hands on the Olight X7R, the upgraded version to the X7, which we previously reviewed at 9,000 lumens. The X7R has 3 XHP70 LEDs. You can see orange peel reflector, 3 individual reflectors there, 3 individual Cree LEDs, sporting that 12,000 lumen output, which is insane. And they've also added a few other features to this, such as USB-C recharging capability, built-in battery bank. It is sealed in there. They've also added these finger grooves, so very comfortable in the hand. Very nice light for one of these beer can style super floody, super bright lights. Starting at the front of the light here, you can see the 3 separate reflectors with the 3 separate LEDs. There's also a motion sensor in there. We'll talk about that in a moment. Got some cooling fins that wrap around the head here. Again, sort of that standard beer can style design or form factor. You've got the side mode switch, which also has separate capabilities, such as showing you the status of your charge. It's blinking green, so we know we have some decent battery life to it. It'll blink red when your batteries get low, and actually when you set the light down, when it stops sensing motion, the light will go off. The light will also turn off when you lock the light. You've got the Olight logo there around the middle. Pop-up lanyard hole on the side. You can add the supplied lanyard. If you're not using it, that just pops down. Very cool feature. And then again, you have these finger grooves on the back, which give you a nice place to grab the light. Sometimes when lights are symmetrical all the way around, you pick it up and you have to twist it in your hand till you get to that mode button. This light you could easily pick up in the dark, and you know which way is top by those finger grooves. Then on the back here you have the USB-C charging port, which you rotate the bezel there to access. So you rotate it shut and rotate it open. Now they do say that this is waterproof. Another YouTuber froze the light and his got damaged. I'm not going to freeze the light, but we'll definitely do a water test, since they do say right on the box that it is waterproof, rated up to IPX7, which is a 1 meter depth for I believe 30 minutes. So we'll drop it in the pool at about 3.5 feet, leave it in there for 30 minutes to an hour, and we'll see what happens. Now I'm going to do it with the cover shut, not going to do it with the cover open, because they don't say that it is waterproof with the cover open. So we'll do that with the covered shut. Fully sealed design. You got 4 18650s in the light, and again, really nice looking light from top to bottom. So other than being brighter than the original X7, you've got the USB charging capability. You've also got this light up mode button, which is really cool. Again, if we go ahead and just set that down on the table, after about 10 seconds or so, it's going to go ahead and stop flashing. Then when you go ahead and pick the light back up, it will start flashing again. So you can see there that it shut off, so we can go ahead and pick the light up. The motion sensor on the front there lets us know that the batteries are decently charged, and we can go ahead and use the light. If you lock out the light will go off as well. The other thing that motion sensor does is if it senses something within close proximity to the head of the light, it's automatically going to dim down the light. At 12,000 lumens, I imagine it gets pretty hot. Now it does have a step down function, as do most lights, thermally regulated of course. Operation of the light is fairly similar to other Olight lights. You simply just press once for on, press once for off. It's going to go back to the mode that you last had it on. Now if you leave it on Turbo or Turbo S, I believe within 10 minutes it'll go back to that, but then it defaults back to a regular brightness level, so you're not constantly turning it on to Turbo and Turbo S. We can turn the light off here to access our night light mode. We hold the light down. That's going to put you into that 10 lumen mode. Not much of a night light mode. 10 lumens is plenty of light for your immediate area. Then you hold it down to rotate through your other brightnesses. So you have 10, we jump up to 500, we can jump up to 1,000, and then we jump up to 3,000. Double click is going to get you into your turbo, which is 7,000. Double click again, it's going to get you all the way up into your 12,000. The light is already starting to get hot. You can see there that it dimmed down when my hand goes in front of it. It will automatically dim itself down, then go back bright when my hand is away from it. We can triple click, and that will put you into your strobe. So again, we can turn the light off and turn it back on. It is going to go within 10 minutes back to that brightness level. So we can go ahead and we can dial this back down to like medium. Then when we turn the light off, turn it back on, it's just going to go back into medium. Charging the light is very simple. You simply just rotate the cap here, plug in your USB-C. You get a green LED when it is fully charged and red while it is charging. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close the battery door there. I'm going to put the light on its lowest setting, the 10 lumen mode. We'll go ahead and drop it in the water for about half an hour. I've got it hooked up to a piece of rope here so that I can retrieve it. We'll check back in about half an hour. All right, so it's been a good hour now. Let's go ahead and pull it out. Let's see what the results are. All right, so you can see there, it is still on. I know the sunlight is super bright. Let's take it out of the sun. We'll make sure it works. All right, so still soaking wet. The light was on still when I pulled it out. You can go ahead and click it on. Again, you have the night light mode. We can hold it down to go to our different modes. Low, medium, high, low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Double click for turbo, double click again for turbo S, triple click for strobe, and then back off. I'd say it's working okay. I would dry it off before opening this cover, of course, but certainly seems to be waterproof. 1 meter for at least an hour. Now, why do a water test? Well, maybe you got to wade through a flood. Maybe it's pouring out when you're using the light and it gets soaked. Maybe you're camping and it's left outdoors and, you know, there's tons of water and it ends up getting submerged. I like to do that 1 meter test, especially with a light that someone else had a failure on. Seems to me it's perfectly fine being submersed and being splashed with water. So we can look at some night shots here. We have 10 lumens, which is plenty bright enough. That's their night light mode, which is more than night light. Lights up the immediate area around you. We can cycle up to 500 lumens, which, boom, gives you a ton of light. Then on up to 1,000 lumens, 3,000 lumens. We can double click to our turbo, which is 7,000 lumens. Double click again, and we're up to 12,000 lumens. Daylight in the middle of the night. So even at 500 lumens, you can see that we can see on up into the trees here. Of course, the camera is making it look lighter than it really is. We can cycle on up to 1,000 lumens. You can see everything in the tree there. On up to 3,000 lumens, 7,000, and on up into that crazy sunlight, 12,000 lumens. So run times are pretty decent on this light as well, with the 4 18650s built in. This is the night light mode, the 10 lumen mode. That will run for 30 days, so it makes a perfect survival light. You have 30 days worth of light. And in an interior or indoor setting, this is going to give you enough light to see what you're doing at least. Let's pump it up to 500 lumens there. This is going to run for 14 hours. We can jump up to the next brightness level there, 1,000 lumens, which is going to run for 6 hours. On up to 3,000 lumens, which will run for 2 hours and 10 minutes. Still pretty decent run time for a super amount of light. On up to 7,000 lumens, and then on up to 12,000 lumens, which will run for a few minutes and then dim back down to 3,000 lumens, which again is the high mode. When we cycle on up to high, here is 3,000 lumens. So you're going to get that turbo or that turbo S boost for a few minutes. Then as it gets warmer or it heats up, it's going to automatically dim back down to that 3,000 lumens. You can see here that 3000 lumens is plenty of light. You can see all the bugs swirling around the light here. We can jump it up to 7000 lumens, pretty much like daylight in the middle of the night. We can double click it again and go into our 12,000 lumens. We can walk over here to the pond. And again, you're not gonna get a super beam of light that's going to shoot out a far distance, but oh my gosh, can you light up an immediate area. You can see here that I can just light up the back of the yard. Bugs are flying everywhere, and it is simply daylight when you hit that 12,000 lumens. Extremely bright. Definitely would work great for a search and rescue situation. We can dim it back down here to our 500 lumens, 1000 and 3000. You can still see the bugs swarming. So this light has a ton of potential and a ton of bright light. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. As you can see, a super bright light. Now they say it's for the outdoors or for self-defense. Definitely blinding light. If you get that in your eyes, even shining it off a wall, you are temporarily blinded. So would be a great light for that. For the outdoors, it would make a great light for maybe car camping, not so much for hiking or backpacking, a little bit big for that. Where I see these lights, these beer can style lights or form factor sized lights being very useful is in maybe search or rescue or for security patrol. So if you have to patrol a building, for example, it's definitely going to light up the parking lot. It's going to light up your immediate area. It's not going to have that distance that some of those super shooters have, but certainly has the brightness to light up the immediate area. So again, search and rescue, where you got to light up a bright area looking for someone, for example, or where you're doing security patrols around a building. You want to light up behind dumpsters, you want to light up down hallways, you want to light up entire parking lots. This light can do it. It's certainly brighter than the original X7, and having that USB charging capability and USB-C charging capability, which I personally like. It's fast, it charges easy, and the light, although being super advanced, does have Olight's similar, easy to use mode switching system. Lights just keep getting brighter and brighter. The Olight X7R is no exception to that. I like the fact that they added a few extra technologies to their light. They're always sort of stepping up the game, which is cool by me. So if you guys want to pick one of these up for yourself, I'll leave a link below to Amazon where you guys can do so. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Please give it a big thumbs up for me. Make sure you leave me that comment below. Please share this video to your friends and family on your social media. And as always, click that red subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel for more videos.